looking right now at our signature Series 2 car that we build for dealerships to sell. All drag racing inspired, but certainly built for the road.
Behind you is the MX-5 Spider. It's basically a lightweight, kind of minimized version of the classic MX-5.
Hi, I'm Tony Thacker. I'm the Executive Director of the Wally Parks NHRA Motorsports Museum. I'm here at the SEMA show with my good friend Dan Webb, who is unveiling a recreation of the 1951 SoCal Streamliner, which got destroyed in Daytona.
You never see a Camaro that's ever the same. In this case, we have the Hot Wheels concept car. In a lot of ways, this is what SEMA's all about, how you can take an idea and bring it to life.
I can't help myself. When I'm near a race car, I gotta drive it. From all of us at Ford, welcome to SEMA. I've been coming to SEMA for 10 years. You can't help but see the passion. I mean, I personally believe all the innovations really emanates from here because it's about people with their passion for cars. And then that's where the industry takes that passion and impacts our design. That's why we work with builders. You see, I think about 15 or 20 cars right down this row from various SEMA builders who took our cars and took them to the next level. Expressive, exciting, performance, all that available from kind of the aftermarket tuner world. So to me, SEMA is kind of that little kernel, that little DNA that is in the fun to drive element of every car. It all starts here and eventually makes its way into the OEM. That's where it happens. That's why. So we have all these action athletes who drives our trucks in all short course off-road racing, or in drifting, or in rallycross, or in touring cars. Tanner Faust, gold medalist in the drifting championship, and also the gold medalist in the X Games, and won the global rallycross. And Brian Deegan, who won the X Games this past year, and also the most decorated athlete in the X Games. So what we're doing outside is giving you a microcosm of what happens in professional racing out here at SEMA for people to come in and catch a ride with their heroes. Jamie Allison, Ford Racing. We are here at SEMA. I happen to be standing next to the Focus STR. Race prepared directly from the dealership. You go in to the parts department and ask for a Focus STR, and you get this. It starts life as a production Focus body shell. And as you can see, coming through here, production panels, production doors, and obviously weight reduced unnecessarily for some of the interior sheet metal trim elements. And of course, it's the race car, so we'll have a roll cage. It's gonna have a race seat. It's gonna have removable steering wheel so you can get in and out of it. But I can't help myself. When I'm near a race car, I gotta drive it. Take another look at all the attention to detail that goes into fabricating and preparing a car for racing. Safety is most important. And you see that this is a certified roll cage in the series that it will compete in, which is in this case, the Grand Am ST. The car is powered by the production 2-liter EcoBoost 250 horsepower. Feast your eyes on what is really a production engine put into a race vehicle. As I said, 250 horsepower in this package. It's thrilling to drive. This is the future of Ford Racing. This will complement our Mustang-prepared race cars. And as you can see, it's great to look at, and it's lightning fast, and it'll make its debut in the Grand Am ST Series early next year. Look for it. Go Ford.
Well, we've been around for a long time. Our company's 35 years old. We've been building horsepower for all those years. Our customers know it. They expect us to be doing it. They expect us to be racing, and we do. So we've got a lot of old friends here. Being around as long as we have, people are used to saying our name and seeing our engineering and our products, and this is an absolute great place for us to show it all off. Okay, we're looking right now at our signature Series 2 car that we build for dealerships to sell. This car obviously starts as a 2011 Camaro, but we've added our own stripe package here. This window hood is one of our own creations and gets a lot of attention because you can see the chrome supercharger through the hood. The front end, the grille package, the spoilers are all Lingenfelter Performance original parts. Around the side here, we've got a wheel package and our own rockers. The rockers have got our company name on it. The interior has got just a few added features to it. We find that this bar gives the car a very, very good look. We've gone on ahead and added that. The rear end of the car is also our own. We've got our own rear fascia plus our own spoiler. You'll notice in the back here, this is very different than the standard Camaro. We typically add a Corsa exhaust system along with this package, and that's been added also. This is our signature 2 Series car, and our customers have reacted very, very well to this version of the car. Our heritage has always been in drag racing and road racing, and so all the guys that work for us at Lingenfelter Performance Engineering have all got ideas about the way these cars should look. This was a collaboration of all of us getting together and trying to decide what made the most sense, and so the stripe package and the engine cover and everything else is our own design from start to finish. I'd like to show you the engine. Obviously, at Lingenfelter Performance, we build horsepower, and this is our 650 horsepower supercharged engine. This is also available with a head and cam package, all drag racing inspired, but certainly built for the road. You can take this car out to the drag strip and have a really good time with it, or you could take it out on a Sunday drive and just enjoy the ride.
Welcome to the SEMA Show.
My name's Derek Jenkins. I'm the Chief Designer for Mazda North America. We're here at SEMA showing our latest custom concepts from our studio in Irvine. Behind you is the MX-5 Spider. It's basically a lightweight, kind of minimized version of the classic MX-5. We've laid the windscreen back, chopped the top down. Just gives the car a little bit more aggressive look and feel. We also shaved some weight out of the car for performance, and also redid some other elements on the car, which I'll share with you in a minute. Well, the first question is, how can I buy it? You know, is this a production car? How much is it? Unfortunately, you know, on one hand, we're happy that people like it, but unfortunately, it's just a concept. But I think what we're doing when we do these concepts is, first of all, give a bigger, broader image about where Mazda wants to go in the future. Maybe perhaps give some indication or some clue about future MX-5 and what that could possibly look like. And gauge that reaction, gauge that feedback. Also, I think it helps to fine-tune the image of the brand and image of our individual products like MX-5, Mazda 2 in the marketplace, because people see what's possible, what you could do to the cars and how you could modify it, and hopefully are somewhat inspired by that. I think if enough people responded positively, I think it's something that Mazda would consider as a possible product in the future. We're here at the Mazda booth, and this is our MX-5 Spider concept. We're really excited about this car. Did a lot of work over the last couple of weeks. I think the first thing you'll notice with this car is we've got a completely new front end here, and overall it's a lot more aggressive and a lot more kind of confident looking than the normal MX-5 front end. If you look down here, we've done a completely new grille opening, offset by this trim blade, nice MX-5 Spider font laid in. Also, we have this gloss black diffuser blade down below. This is a theme that carries around the entire car, front, side, and rear. This is a front end to kind of tease about the future of MX-5 and where we're going to be going design-wise with the face of our vehicle, so keep your eyes out for that in the future. Coming around the side of the car, the other big difference with this vehicle is, and the reason we call it MX-5 Spider, is we've chopped the windscreen down by 40 millimeters and angled it back. And then we've changed the roof into what we call a bikini top. And this brings the roof of the vehicle down about 40 millimeters, just makes it a lot sportier, a lot more aggressive, and really captures that kind of authentic speedster Spider feeling about the MX-5. Got lightweight Advan wheels on the car, Brembo brakes. We've come through and done the diffuser on the side to match the front. Got our MX-5 Spider logo, and then really subtle race-inspired graphics on the side of the car just to give it that kind of Mazda speed look and feel.
Hi, I'm Tony Thacker. I'm the Executive Director of the Wally Parks NHRA Motorsports Museum. I'm here at the SEMA Show with my good friend Dan Webb, who is unveiling a recreation of the 1951 SoCal Streamliner, which got destroyed in Daytona. Dan is very famous for building some really awesome street rods over the years, and I think we were at the Grand National Roadster Show this year in LA, and we were talking about what he wanted to build next, and he said, hey, what about building the SoCal Streamliner? You know, it got destroyed, nobody's ever seen it. Wouldn't that be a great tribute to Alex Exilius, you know, who's a hero of all of us? So, you know, Alex said yes, the SoCal Speed said yes, and so Dan built it in 90 days. We didn't have very much. There was a cutaway drawing in Hot Rod magazine in 1951, and we had about 30 photographs that Alex had taken in the day. So we gave all that stuff to Dan, and he used his magic and just recreated the car down to, you know, the finest detail. I mean, it's dead nuts. And this had a Model T chassis, and in 1950 it went 210.92 miles an hour on a Model T chassis. And it's just great, you know, it's just fantastic that, you know, guys had the guts to do that stuff back then with minimal safety equipment. You know, maybe a motorcycle helmet and a T-shirt and a lap belt from an airplane. That was it. Well, the SEMA show is incredible. I worked for SEMA for 8 years, and I think it's just like the mecca of our industry. You know, our industry's, it's huge. It's all about all sorts of stuff. So you can be looking at a Mustang one minute, you can be looking at the SoCal Streamliner the next. You can be looking at real Bonneville cars. I mean, there's so many things here to look at, and it's all inspirational. You know, it just shows the creativity of all the people in our industry, whether they're, you know, teenagers or whether they're 90 years old.
We decided to build a car after a conversation with Alex Exilius. A year ago, I did a reproduction of the Phil Remington Roadster, and talking to Alex, he said it sure would be nice to see the Streamliner reproduced. And he was here at the SEMA show yesterday, and he said the job we did was an exact copy of what he remembers of the car 62 years ago. The motor is a 286 Mercury flathead from H&H Flatheads. It has no transmission in it. It's just a direct drive. You have a hand clutch, you let go of the clutch, it's in gear, and you take off. It has 3 Stromberg carburetors. It has a Kong Jackson ignition. None of the pieces are from the original car. All the pieces we have here are parts that were from that era, but not this car. Over the last 6-8 months, we've been able to find all the pieces and reproduce it here. We didn't really realize, looking at the pictures that we've looked at, how small the car actually was at the time, and how narrowed up it was, and you know, just how lightweight the thing is and how evolved over the years for safety. And there's no safety equipment on this other than a single seat belt. There's no roll cage. There's a little fire extinguisher for onboard fire, and that's all the safety equipment that's in the car. The car will be leaving Saturday. It's heading to Pomona, California, to the NHRA Museum, where it will be there for a couple months. I want to thank everybody for coming, and we'll see you next year with something new.
Closed captioning provided by
You're watching Cars.TV.
Welcome to the 2011 SEMA show and the Chevrolet display. My name is John Fitzpatrick. I'm the marketing manager for Chevrolet Performance Cars, which includes Camaro and Corvette. We're back here at SEMA again for 2011. The Camaro was just named hottest car of the year for the 2nd year in a row for SEMA. And I think it's a great testament to the reason we're here, because so many people have such a passion for Camaro and trying to see what they can do with it and how they can personalize it and how they can make it different. It's great going to car shows across the country, enthusiast events and things like that, because you never see a Camaro that's ever the same. Everyone has their own little change to it and such, and you're basically in the playground of that today, walking around and seeing the different Camaros out there and how they've changed them or personalized them or just tweaked them to make them their own, and to, in this case, to demonstrate how they can really enhance your Camaro for a customer. I think that's a great compliment, you know, to have a car that people want to take and they want to make something, you know, we like to look at it almost like a blank canvas and letting people come in and do what they need to do to the car and make it their own. You know, you get that relationship. Anytime you can build a relationship where they feel ownership in that particular item, you know, in this case, this beautiful car, it only goes to help us, you know, reach customers and convince them that, you know, Chevrolet is different and we're evolving and we're going to have another great 100 years. In this case, you know, we have the Hot Wheels concept car. In a lot of ways, this is what SEMA's all about, how you can take an idea and bring it to life. In this case, you have a Hot Wheels car. They do millions of cars every day. It's interesting to be able to take that passion around that brand and the excitement they have for their cars and bring it to life, really. How this relationship with Hot Wheels will evolve, you know, it's still in its infancy stage. We're still trying to see where it goes, but we think it's a great relationship. We think there's opportunities abound that could really enhance both partnerships. I wish I had them still. You know, you hear about some of the Hot Wheels today and what they go for, and it's like, geez, my mom, you know, probably threw those out, you know, when I left the house and when I was 18. I worked for Chevrolet for 23 years. I'm originally from Detroit, so, you know, of course I have family members that worked for both Ford and GM. I had a grandfather that worked in Chevy design at the time. He used to tell great stories about how they used wood before they even got into clay and such and modeled cars and developed them. And you know, it's just a great passion. You're from Detroit. It's almost like it's part of the water there. You take a sip of fountain and it's like you got octane out of it instead of water. You're looking at the Camaro done up in what we call our Camaro Hot Wheels concept. It started out as a Camaro SS, has a 6.3-liter V8 engine, great horsepower, great torque numbers. But what we've done with this car is really given them a makeover that is unique to anything out there. We started out, obviously, with the green over chrome paint. First time anybody really has attempted to do a car in chrome paint. The front grille here is very similar to what we're using on the ZL1. Obviously, we incorporated the Hot Wheels logo in there. Very important that you be able to see that expression of Hot Wheels in the car. You see the black out here underneath the grille, and then this red line that's kind of like a theme throughout the car. It's really something that give it a little bit of flair with the car. Now, as you move back over the hood, you know, this is a unique to the car, an air extractor. Kind of got the idea from the ZL1 that we're going to be bringing into production soon, but it gives a very unique look to the car, something you would see back in the first generation Hot Wheels car. And as you go along, you see that we have this blackout here over the hood, then goes over the roof, and then over to the back of the spoiler. So bringing the whole car together. In the side of the car, you're going to see these beautiful 21-inch wheels, unique finish to this car. One of the things we were able to incorporate is this red outline. On the interior of the car, really wanted to make it a statement. First thing you'll notice is the Hot Wheels logo embroidered right into the seat. And then in the interior, a lot of black with a red flare. Again, the goal of this car was Hot Wheels for real, trying to bring what you would expect from a toy Hot Wheel, bring it to life, and something very unique, and get people's response to this very exciting concept model.
Closed captioning provided by